So Jerry Jones has done it. The Cowboys have officially reunited with Zeke Elliott. A lot of people were pretty mad at the Cowboys for not making any moves in the draft and in free agency. In fact, they pretty much did absolutely nothing in free agency, with Jerry Jones apparently telling everyone that they're going to have an all-in type of year, with Mike McCarthy on his last year in his contract. Same with Dak Prescott. His future is kind of in question with Dallas right now. This really could be the last ride for the Cowboys and the current nucleus of this team. And especially adding Zeke back, it really is one last show, one last dance, one last hoorah before you gotta blow it up. You gotta blow it up. Who knows? Maybe Bill Belichick will come in, Mike Vrabel, a new quarterback, Deion Sanders' son. He might get drafted by the Cowboys. I don't know. But point is, it's kind of like the last ride for the Cowboys. And Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy, Zeke, literally. I mean, the fact that the Cowboys didn't add a running back in the draft is astounding. How do you not just draft Blake Corum? Why the hell not? Your running back room is so weak right now. You lose Tony Pollard, fair play. Tony had his issues last year, but Derrick Henry had a quote saying the Cowboys didn't even reach out to him, and if they did, he would have signed with the Cowboys. You get Derrick Henry in that backfield, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have Ferguson, you have some weapons. You still have Dak. Maybe he's not a playoff performer, but he's good in the regular season. There's some hype going into the Cowboys next year, but they just do nothing. Nothing in the draft, nothing in free agency. So here we are. Does anybody really think the Cowboys are going to do anything next year? Cowboy fans, am I wrong? Tell me. I'm curious to hear y'all's opinion. I'm curious to see if anyone is really optimistic that they're going to go far, because that Packers game was crazy. It was predictable because the Packers just own the Cowboys in general, but wow, that was a beatdown of all beatdowns. That was really, really embarrassing stuff on all frontiers. That was just crazy. So Zeke is back. He had a somewhat decent year with the Patriots last year. Was he this amazing player still? No. He's fallen off a lot. That's why the Cowboys let him go, right? But he had his moments last year. He still has something in the tank. But to be an every down type player, or to be the player he was 4 years ago, that's just not who he is anymore. It's expected to be a 1-year deal worth $3 million, with $2 million guaranteed, which is pretty good for Zeke, I must say. With the Patriots last year, he rushed for 642 yards with 3.5 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns. So that's something on the ground. That's something. And it's crazy to think that he's only 28. Man, it's just running backs really don't last long at all. Does anybody remember Todd Gurley? Pretty sure he's 27 or 26, and he's completely out of the league because his knees are just shot with arthritis. It's just crazy. It's just crazy sometimes to think about how quickly a running back's prime is. It really is their first 3 years, and each year it gets worse. Their best year is usually their rookie year, and then they get a little bit worse their sophomore year. Then the third year, it's they're still good, and then fourth year, fifth year, it's what the hell, man? But right now, the Dallas backfield is Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, Royce Freeman, and yours truly, Zeke Elliott. So, Cowboys fans, NFL fans, what do y'all think about this move? I mean, I just don't understand Jerry Jones' mindset. He's got to retire. The Cowboys are never going to win a Super Bowl with Jerry Jones again. I just don't know how you don't add one running back in the draft. That makes no sense to me. That just makes zero sense. And I'm curious, would you guys pay Dak Prescott What do you think they're going to do? Because if I'm the Cowboys, I would just go on a full-on mini rebuild next year. Like, obviously, they're not going to re-sign Mike McCarthy. Jerry Jones never has the balls to fire any of his coaches. He just waits until their contract expires instead of actually like having the balls to fire someone. Like, he should have been fired last year. So they'll get a new head coach, a new regime going next year, and they really should rebuild, because I would not re-sign Dak. I mean, yes, he's a great regular season quarterback. He's great when he's playing against bad teams. He's great, but when it's crunch time, when it's playoff time, when he's playing against good teams, do you think he's gonna ever win a bowl? Does he look like the quarterback to ever win a bowl? Can you feel that at all with just watching him? I know he's talented. I know he's this. I know he's that. But I mean, come on, like it's just not there. I would just not re-sign him. I would really try to just draft a quarterback for next year, or just move on. Honestly, just move on, blow it up, reset, retool, and just, man, Jerry Jones has to retire soon. I know he's not going to. I know he's up there. I really don't know if he's really going to just be the owner and in charge until his very last breath. I feel like that is a strong possibility, but I don't know, Cowboy fans. I don't see anything really changing in the near future, but at the same time, one step at a time. So let's just get past this first year. One last ride with McCarthy, Dak, Zeke, CD. Then just move on from McCarthy, move on from Dak, get a new head coach, get a new QB, and go from there. And just go from there, reevaluate, see what happens. Maybe Jerry Jones will retire in a few years, and, maybe the Cowboys will actually do something. But until then, I wish you luck, Cowboy fans, and Dallas in general. And let me know what y'all think. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Interesting decision. I think we're going to see more two-point conversions in the league this year than ever before, because kicking it.
The Chargers getting set to take over again on offense. They'll be trying to pick it up right where they left off with their last drive that ended in a touchdown.
Yeah, they throw the football well. And I'll tell you, I've been covering this game a long time. There's still nothing prettier than seeing a quarterback drop back and throw a perfect spiral down the field and watching guys catch it. That was a work of art the last drive.
Dropping back now into the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle. It's caught by Green. That's his fifth catch of the day.
When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
And they get the sack.